Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol TRXC. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Obviously, the price got hammered down pretty bad today, but it was the latter part of the day that was kind of the most buzzkill from a trading perspective. And what do I mean by that? Well, again, each of these is 30 minutes. So that final, basically couple hours of the day, the price, just basically collapsed again. The bulls were doing a good job. They were, starting to level the price out. You're creating a little range right here, and then the bear pennant that had formed, which is a technical pattern, got the breakdown to the downside. And am I saying that this thing now is headed down to 25 cents on Monday? I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying from a technical perspective, had the price kept going sideways, it would have been a lot more interesting. So that's where our first point comes into play, and that is just levels of support. And simply put, where the bleeding finally did stop today, and that was down there at 64 cents. So 64 cents, I mean, if the price cannot hold above there, then the price hasn't been down this far for a very long time. So who knows where it could stop after there? But let's just do this. I'm going to change this to a skinny green line because yes, it's technically a level of support, but it's not like there's a huge amount of history there. So it's a very fickle level of support. We'll just leave it at that now. Let the green line like that represent it being thin. Now, if the price does start to bounce, and if you've traded for a while, then I'm sure you've seen stocks, and you're well aware that stocks that get beat up in a hurry can produce some very interesting bounces. And I think this one would fit that criteria, right? Gap down, and then the stock kept getting beat down. So now, is it guaranteed to bounce and have some sort of epic dead cat bounce up to $1.50 on Monday? I'm not saying that. Point here being, and this means a little bit more to those of you that have traded for a while, stocks that get beat up can bounce pretty nicely at times. So if there is any sort of bounce, and any sort of bounce has any chance of getting momentum, where are some of these levels of resistance at? First area of resistance with any sort of bounce going to be right here at 71 cents. Actually, on two separate occasions, the bulls tried to bounce up but got rejected there, and then once again there got rejected. So 71 cents, definitely key area of resistance going into next week. I'm just going to leave it at that because there's really no point in talking about any other resistances if the price can't even bottom out here and stay above 64 cents, let alone get up there and break through 71 cents. So interesting setup though. Whole bunch of volume in this one today. We'll see if there's any sort of dead cat bounces early next week. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.